Jungle.
A great day to everyone watching the sales training video. And on behalf of the management of Santa Lucia Global, we would like to thank you so much for tuning in. First and foremost po, I'm really happy for you because the mere fact that you're taking some time to watch training videos like this one, that means you want to know more, you want to learn more. And you know what? That kind of attitude that you possess, the hunger for knowledge, the thirst for improvement, that is what sets you apart from the ordinary person. And that kind of attitude is going to take you places. It will bring you to greater heights, I assure you. At any rate, let's get down to business. Let's talk about a topic that most Filipinos should really seriously give a thought. And the issue I want to discuss with you today is why sales? Bakit sales? Bakit ako papasok sa sales? Ang tanong ko naman sa inyo, why not? Why not sales? In spite of the fact na madalas nating marinig ang maraming advantages ng sales like you are your own boss, sarili mong oras mo, laway lang ang puhunan mo, pero unlimited ang income, you have good incentives, you have travel opportunities, etc. Still, most Filipinos are not convinced in making a career out of selling. In fact, many Filipinos look down on the selling profession. For some reason, pag sinabi mong ahente ka, ibang tingin nila sa'yo. Unlike if you're a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, or an accountant. That is why every time I conduct a seminar for aspiring agents, those na mga nagsisimula pa lang na maging ahente, I always pop up the big question, are you excited to sell? I always ask that question, are you excited to sell? Because in all the trainings that I have conducted in more than 20 years, every time I ask them, are you excited to sell? Never. And I mean, never did I get a resounding yes for an answer. That's funny. May ilan-ilan nasasagot na yes, pero walang conviction. Parang napilitan lang sumagot ng yes. At kung meron mang sumagot ng yes with enthusiasm, that is because most likely ahente na yon, dati ng ahente. And they already know that selling is great. I speak with all honesty when I tell you this. I do not want you to venture into sales if your heart is not yet into it. And that is the purpose of this video. Mahirap po kasing magtrabaho pag wala sa puso mo ang ginagawa mo. Do you believe that? Because nothing great comes out if you do things without dedication. Yun lang simpleng naglilinis ka ng bahay. Pag wala sa puso mo at naiinis kang maglinis, warde-warde. Kung paano na lang ang linis na ginagawa. Minsan, winawalis mo sa ilalim ng rug, yung mga dumi. Otherwise, yung pagluluto, yan, marami nagsasabi, pag nasa puso yung pagluluto, masarap yung niluto. Pero pag wala sa puso yung pagluluto, walang kwenta yung lasa. So, in other words, all I'm saying is we need to really be doing sales with enthusiasm, with excitement kung talagang gusto natin magbenta. Now, there are 3 facts about selling that you should be aware of. Okay? Fact number 1 is this. Filipinos in general do not like the selling profession. Totoo po yun. Filipinos in general do not like the selling profession. You know why? Because we were brought up to an environment that teaches us to love or prefer office work. Pinalaki po tayo sa environment natin, kapaligiran natin, ang tinuturo sa atin, mas piliin ang office work. Pardon my choice of word, but we were brainwashed to prefer office work over sales. Try to remember, ano bang sabi ng parents natin sa atin? Anak, pilitin mong makatapos ng pag-aaral para pag nakatapos ka, madali kang makakakuha ng trabaho. Unfortunately, what they were teaching us is something that is half-truth. May katotohanan pero kalahati lang. Because you know why? How many among the graduates that you know are currently jobless? The fact is there are tens of thousands of graduates who do not have jobs. Mas klapan yan, how many among the graduates that you know are working in jobs not related to the courses they took? Marami po niyan, di ba? Na alam natin, nakatapos ng kolehiyo, tapos nag-domestic helper dahil walang makuhang trabaho. All I'm saying is, we were subconsciously programmed to like office work kasi yun ang nakikita natin sa mas nakararaming nakapaligid sa atin. We were slowly brainwashed because this is the mentality that the schools and universities are teaching. This is the mindset that our parents want us to believe. And I hate to say this, but the truth is, this is what the rich want us to do all our lives, to be employees to serve them. Okay? Again, we were all brainwashed to think that office work is better kasi well, sigurado raw ng kinsenas ang katapusan natin. At least pag dumating yung kinsenas katapusan, siguradong may kita ka. But ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to ask you this. How many do you know sa mga sumasahod ng kinsenas at katapusan ang napagkakasya talaga ang sahod nila? Try to analyze this reality. Think about it. Once a kid graduates from college and lands on a job, excited yan. Siyempre kasi may pambili na ng mga sarili nilang pangangailangan, ng luho nila. They want to buy new clothes, meron na silang pera. They want to buy a new cell phone, andyan yung sahod nila. But after a while, maybe in a year, reality would sink in. Kulang na yung kinikita nila sa isang kinsenas. May remedyo naman, and that's easy to remedy. What do? They apply for a credit card. They avail of SSS loans, Pag-ibig loan, Co-op loan, 5-6 na loans. Believe it or not, saan katerbang paraan para lang makautang. This early, I know of a lot of employees na nagsasanla na ng 13th month pay. Yes, it's still August, napakaaga pa, 13th month pay, sinasangla na. And you know what? Granting that a newly hired graduate gets hired and given a starting salary of 30,000 a month, which is highly unlikely, you know what? If you try to compute, it will take that graduate more than 30 years before he earns 1 million. By then, kung ikaw yun, you would be more than 50 years old and baka wala na halos value ang 1 million 30 years from now. In sales, totoo lang po yun. Walang kinsenas katapusan. But it is possible to earn a year's salary in just one deal. Yung kikitain mo sa isang taon sa opisina, pwede mong kitain ng isang deal lang out of selling. If you try to search Google, you search the internet for the shortest way to earn millions, there is only one answer that you will find in the internet. Venture into sales. Yun lang po. Yun ang pinaka-shortcut to earning 1 million. We were also brainwashed to like office work on the context na may security ka raw ng tenure. There is security of tenure. Question, how long does it take to be promoted in an office? How long does it take to be promoted in an office? It takes years. Unless, of course, you're exceptionally good. Kung ang credentials mo sobrang galing, yes, mas madali kang mapropromote. Second, kung may backer ka, madali kang mapropromote. Or otherwise, kamag-anak mo yung may-ari ng opisina, mapropromote ka agad. Or, pwede rin, nag-retire o pinanalangin mo na mamatay yung boss mo at ikaw yung next in line. That's the only way para ma-promote ka agad. But otherwise, all things being considered equal, it will take you years guaranteed bago ka ma-promote. Unlike in selling, you dictate how fast you get promoted. It can be in 3 months, in 6 months, in a year. In other words, if you work in an office, in reality, there is no security of tenure. Why? Because in all honesty, pag nasa opisina ka, they can fire you anytime they want to. Ano security ng tenure? Pag nagkamali ka, they can fire you. There's no security. In sales, nobody can fire you except yourself. If, for example, you're in real estate selling and you're receiving allowances, tapos hindi ka nakakota, sure, tatanggalin yung allowance mo, but do they fire you? The answer is no. Why? Pag nakabenta ka, tatanggap mo pa rin nila ang benta mo because otherwise, you could sell for other developers. And there are a lot of companies waiting for your services. That is what I call security of tenure. Because nobody can take away your ability to sell. In sales, if I am able to recruit and train my own network of agents, nakaipon ako ng mga 20 ahente na trainin ko, I am now technically the president and CEO of my own company. If I train my kids in sales, I could practically put my network of agents, yung mga trainin ko, under my kids. In essence, I am passing my business to my kids and just wait for my overriding commissions without doing anything. Sa office, let me ask, pwede mo bang ipasa yung trabaho mo or your position sa mga anak mo? You cannot. Okay? So sinasabi ko, if you want security of tenure, sales ang may security of tenure. Fact number 2 that you have to understand, it doesn't take a diploma or college degree to sell. It simply requires commitment to succeed in selling. All it takes is the eagerness and willingness to sell. Gusto kong bumenta, kailangan kong bumenta, yun lang. Unfortunately, since we were brainwashed to like office work, selling has become something that many Filipinos treat as sideline lang. It has been associated as a part-time job lang. Ang selling, pang second career or third career or kumbaga, panakip butas in our professional careers. All I'm saying, in sales, ang kailangan lang 100% na commitment. Yun lang, effort lang. Hindi pwedeng itratry ko. Kasi pag itratry, wala sa puso eh. It is the same commitment that employers will require if you pag nag-apply ka ng trabaho. Hindi naman pwedeng nag-apply ka ng trabaho, sabi mo, itratry ko lang. Hindi mo ibibigay yung commitment mo. Of course, employers would ask you for that commitment, 100%. But I want you to think about this. If you try to gather the names of the richest people in the world, and you try to read their autobiographies, you would be amazed at their success stories. You're familiar with Bill Gates and Steve Jobs? Bill Gates, yung founder ng Microsoft. Okay? And Steve Jobs, of course, founded yung Apple. Aside from both being billionaires, they have other things in common. Number 1, pareho silang college dropouts. Yes, college dropouts. Yeah? And second, common thing that they have, both of them were invited as commencement speakers in graduation ceremonies. Si Bill Gates po na-invite siya to become a speaker at Harvard University noong 2007. Steve Jobs was invited at Stanford University in 2005. And you know what? Ang nakakatuwa nun, pag pinakinggan nyo po, nasa YouTube po, available po yung mga videos ng pagiging speaker nila. But if you're gonna watch that, I highly discourage na iparinig nyo sa mga anak nyo. Lalo na kung nag-aaral pa yung anak nyo. You know why? Because pareho sila ng sinabi. Ang sinabi ni Bill Gates at ni Steve Jobs dun sa speech nila, the best decision daw that they made in their life was to drop out of college. Funny. Not all, we're talking about Bill Gates and Steve Jobs. But in the Philippines, sino bang pinakamayaman? Henry C. Ano ba si Henry C. bago naging Henry C? Nagtitinda lang yan ng tsinelas at sapatos sa Carriedo, Manila. He ventured into sales. Right now, he's the richest man in our country. Okay? So, ang bottom line ko po, ang gusto ko lang po sabihin nito, if you try to check the richest people in the whole world, okay, lahat po ng pinakamayaman, whatever country they belong to, kunin niyo po yung pinakamayaman and you try to check. Ano ba yung common sa kanilang lahat? Iisa lang po, I'm gonna tell you this. Okay? They are rich because they are all in the profession called sales. All of them. Kaya po sila mayaman because they are into the profession called selling. Unfortunately, we Filipinos do not like sales. Fact number 3, we all have the natural ability, that natural instinct to sell. It is an inborn talent that we possess. Siya kayo eh. Sabi niyo, wala pa akong experience sa selling. All I'm telling you is this, kahit sinasabi mong wala kang experience sa selling, ang sinasabi ko sa inyo, dati ka ng ahente. Why? Bakit ko sinabi yun? Ano ba ang selling? Ang selling po is simply like this. Pag may nasa isip ka, at napaniwala mo yung kausap mo, tungkol dun sa nasa isip mo, you are already selling. Kuha nyo? May nasa isip ako, pag napaniwala ko yung kausap ko, I'm already selling. Every day you are selling. Pag nanliligaw ka, what are you doing? You're selling. You're selling yourself para magustuhan ko nung nililigawan mo. Pag nakikipagtalo ka sa kaibigan mo, sa asawa mo, sa kapatid mo, whoever, and pinagpipilitan mo yung sa'yo kahit mali, what are you doing? You're selling. You're selling your point of view. I don't know whether you remember during your high school days. Ako, gawain ko ito dati. Pag nagpapulusot ka na, may babayaran sa school kahit wala naman para madagdagan yung baon mo. What are you doing? You're selling. Pag nasa department store ka, nasa palengke ka, wherever, and tumatawad ka, what are you doing? You're selling. Pag nagpo-post ka sa FB, niretoke mo yung picture mo para i-like ng marami, what are you doing? You're selling. When people ask me to, in fact, sinasabi nila, sino pinakamagaling na ahente? Sinasabi ko, it's the kids, yung mga bata. Walang tatalo dyan sa galing ng mga bata magbenta. Why? Because they can sell their thoughts to you even without words. You believe me? Try nyo. Try to take a 2-year-old kid, 2 years old, siguro naman, di pa nag-aaral yan. Dali nyo dun sa Toy Kingdom. Okay, kunyari hindi nyo nakita lahat ng laruan doon. Tignan nyo kung ano gagawin ng bata. Malamang sa hindi po yan, hihinto yan. Pag huminto na yan, anong gagawin yan? Tititig yan ng matindi doon sa isang laruan. Pag may nagustuhan laruan yan, tititigan yan. Ano sinasabi sa inyo? Ibili mo ko. Kahit hindi magsalita yan, alam nyo na sinasabi, ibili mo ko. Pag hindi nyo binili, ano gagawin? Iiyak, maglulupasay. Pag naglupasay, ibibili mo na. So, nabentahan ka. This is selling at work every day. In other words, every day we are selling, consciously or unconsciously. Whenever you buy a branded shirt or shoes or bag, yung mga may tatak, Nike, Adidas, Chanel, Lacoste, alam nyo, pag ginamit nyo po yan, lumabas ka ng bahay, what are you doing? You're already selling. Why? Because you are already a walking advertisement of the product. That's why. Ina-advertise mo na yung tatak. And you know, the only difference is, pagka artista o kilalang tao magsuot niyan, binabayaran. In your case, you're not being paid. Hindi ka kasi celebrity. But otherwise, you're still selling. You're advertising the product. Higit sa lahat, alam niyo po, ito pinaka-simple case ng selling. Pag nagkakagipitan na, tandaan niyo ito, nagkagipitan, walang-wala ka ng pera, anong ginagawa mo? You automatically use your natural instinct to sell. Ginagawa mo, bebenta mo yung dyaryo, benta mo yung lumang damit mo, benta mo yung alahas ng nanay mo, kahit hindi sa'yo, benta mo yung TV. Lahat ng ibebenta mo para lang magkapera ka. Every day you're selling. That's what I'm saying. Okay? And that's why I'm saying, you were born an agent. Pinanganak kang natural na ahente. Again, unfortunately, you were brainwashed to like office work. Kaya ayaw mo ng selling. Bottom line, bakit ko binanggit lahat ito? Let's try to go back. Sabi natin kanina, it is a fact that the richest people in the world are rich because they are in sales. Tama? Yes. Kaya sila mayaman dahil they are into sales. Now, it is also a fact that you have the natural instinct and ability to sell. May natural kang abilidad na magbenta. Tanong ko lang, bakit hindi mo gamitin ang natural mong abilidad na magbenta? Baka ikaw na yung susunod na maging pinakamayaman sa buong mundo. Amen? Hindi ba? I hope with that, I just explained to you, sana naman nabago ko ng kaunti yung pananaw ninyo towards the idea of selling. Sana naman, you're gonna think and consider selling as possibly a full-time career or a second career for you to consider. Siguro the next question that you may have in mind is this, madali bang magbenta? Sabi kasi nung iba, mahirap daw magbenta. Actually po, mahirap pong sagutin yung tanong na yan because with the onset of information technology, sobrang dami na po ng lumalabas na misconceptions about selling. Selling used to be simple, but for some reason, people have found ways to complicate things through the internet. Parang dati sa mga schools, pagka nag-aaral, simple lang pag nag-aaral ka eh. Okay? For example, ang English subject. Dati nun, basta may predicate, may subject, may noun, may pronoun, natututong mag-English ang mga estudyante. Ngayon masyado ng maraming detalye. Yung nouns, ang daming klase ng nouns. Yung adjectives, ang daming klase ng adjectives. Nakakalito. Sa math, dati, pag nag-aral ka nun, panahon namin, as simple as may addition, may subtraction, may multiplication, division. Ngayon, addition lang. May commutative property of addition, associative property, distributive property, additive identity. Alam niyo po, mathematics, addition pa rin yung kaya lang masyado nang na-complicate. Tuloy yung mga magulang ngayon, especially yung mga nanay, hindi na alam kung paano tuturuan yung mga anak nila. It's the same thing what they did to selling. Ngayon, yung selling meron advertising, may sales promotion, may merchandising, may marketing. Yung selling, hinimay din. May transactional selling, value selling, feature selling, consultative selling. All of this pertain to one thing, selling, period. So ang gagawin po natin, what am I going to do? I'm going to simplify selling for you. I'm going to give you the purest form of what selling is all about para hindi kayo mahirapan. So, what is selling? Okay, number one po, selling is simply a matter of establishing trust and rapport with the buyer. Ulitin ko, selling is simply a matter of establishing trust and rapport with the buyer. Gusto mong makabenta? Ang kailangan lang po, maging maganang loob sa'yo ng prospect mo. At pag nahuli mo yung tiwala niya, makakabenta ka na. Ganun kasimple po. Walang maraming palabo. Ang kailangan, magaan ang loob ng prospect mo sa'yo, mahuli mo yung tiwala niya, mabebenta mo yan kahit na anong bagay at kahit na anong produkto pa binebenta nyo for as long na may pera siya. Kasi kahit may tiwala ho sa inyo, wala naman pera, talaga hindi bibili. Sounds simple, right? Wrong. Kung ganun kasimple ang selling, bakit maraming ahente ang hindi bumibenta? You know, this is true. The fact is, 90% po ng agents are having a hard time selling simply because nagmamadali po silang makabenta. They forget about trust and rapport. You believe that? Try to imagine this. Subukan niyong pumunta sa mga mall where there are real estate booths. May mga nagdi-display po ng real estate. Try niyo lang pong magpanggap na prospect. Okay? Kunyari, lalapit ka doon, tapos sabihin mo, saan itong project niyo? I will guarantee you this. The moment na magtanong ka ng saan ito, believe me, in less than 5 minutes, pipilitin na nilang makuha ang name at contact number mo. Worse, kung ano-ano nang papipirpahan sa'yo ng ahente. Question, anong pakiramdam mo pag ganun ang ginagawa sa'yo ng ahente? O ganun ang ginawa sa'yo ng ahente? Okay? Di ba gusto mo nang umalis? Para bang pressure ka? It's the same feeling when you're trying to buy a pair of shoes. Bibili ka ng sapatos, tapos sunod na sunod sa yung sales lady, feeling mo gusto mo nang lumayas kahit bibili ka. That's the reality. Why? Wala pa yung trust and rapport. Sino ka ba? Tapos pinipilit mo ako, pressure mo akong bumili. Okay? Second fact about selling. Selling is just a matter of storytelling. Kwentuhan lang po. Tanong ko, paano ba kayo makipagkwentuhan with your friends? Hindi ba casual? Relaxed yung atmosphere, walang pressure, nagtatawanan. Ganun po yung talagang kwentuhan, tama ho ba? How come, pag ang mga agents po nagbebenta, most of the time, very formal. Kinukulit yung buyer, pressure na bumili agad. Sabi natin kwentuhan pero tapos iba yung ginagawa nila. Kasi you know what? If you watch a movie or television, ang nakikita, nag-visualize natin na magaling na ahente, yung mga naka-Amerikana, yung dress to kill, structured yung presentation, very formal, magaling mag-English. In reality, it's different. It doesn't work that way. Gusto niyo ba yung ahente, halimbawa, ako, punta ako sa inyo, English ako ng English, pero may punto yung salita ko at parang kinakain yung English ko? Of course not. Gusto niyo ba yung ahente na napaka-formal? O mas gusto niyo yung ahente na casual lang present at pinatatawa ka paminsan-minsan? Subukan kaya natin. Ako yung ahente at kayo yung buyer. Punta ako doon sa bahay niyo, nakabarong ako, dress to kill, at mukhang napaka-formal. Baka magturuan kayo kung sino kakausap sa akin dahil naiilang kayo sa ayos ko. That's true. Okay? All I'm saying is this. Make the buyer comfortable first before you start selling. Meron ng mga ahente, nag-briefing na, hindi man lang nagpapakilala kung sino sila. If you are a stranger to the buyer, remember this, and there is no rapport, there is no trust, malabo kang makabenta. So ano pong gagawin natin? Mamaya na yung bentahan, chika-chika muna. Make them comfortable first. Okay? Number 3, what is selling? Selling is 70% listening and 30% talking. Yes, you heard me right. Selling is 70% listening and 30% talking. Pero ang lumabas na fake news about selling is this. Dapat madaldal ka. Dapat maboka ka. Dapat magaling kang mambola. Dapat magaling ang bukadura mo. Kailangan daw madaldal ka. That is the biggest mistake of a lot of agents. Okay? A lot of agents talk a lot instead of listening a lot. Paano mangyari yun? Ako yung ahente, tapos hindi ako magsasalita. Have you ever heard about yung quotation na less talk, less mistake? Why? Because that's the name of the game. Let the buyer do most of the talking. Why? Habang dumadaldal po yung buyer, nalalaman nyo kung ano yung kailangan niya. Kung ano yung gusto niya. Habang ikaw ang dumadaldal, lalo na tungkol sa product mo na binibenta, maniwala ako, parami ng buyer. In all the years that I have been training agents, I always tell them, okay, if there is a skill that they need to develop as an agent, it is the skill of asking the right questions. Paano magtanong ng tama? In other words, ang sikreto po, magtatanong yung ahente para ang madaldal yung buyer. Hindi yung daldal ng daldal. The problem is, most of us do not like or do not know how to ask questions. Bakit ganun? Because we were never trained in school to read. We were trained in school to read, to write, to speak, to listen, to memorize. But we were not trained to ask. Kaya hindi ho tayo magaling magtanong. Alam niyo po, if you ask me, ang magaling pong ahente yung matanong na ahente. Mahirap pong magtanong. Again, hindi tayo tinuruan. Sample lang po. How would you ask kung yung kausap mo ay totoong buyer at hindi inutusan lang or hindi ahente lang? Alam mo ang tanongin mo, kayo ba buyer? Ma-offend yun, definitely. Or how do you ask kung may capacity yung buyer na bumili? Alam nga tanongin mo, may pera ka ba? Kayang bang bilhin to? Of course, ma-offend yung buyer. In other words, there are actually ways to properly ask good questions. But I would be discussing that in a different training video. We have one for that sa qualifying po natin. Tuturuan namin kayo kung paano magtanong ng tama. For now, just realize that selling from start to finish is all about asking questions. Simula po sa umpisa hanggang sa dulo, hanggang sa closing po, it's all about asking questions. Last but not the least, what is selling? Ang selling po is capitalizing on the emotional weakness of a buyer to close the deal. Okay? Lahat po ng buyers natin may kiliti. It could be their ego, it could be their children, it could be their security. But all buyers want to feel special. And if we can make them feel special, if we treat them right, if we touch their hearts, it becomes easy to close the deal. That's the reality. Okay? In summary po, many people do not realize it, but I personally consider selling as the best profession ever invented. It is the best profession ever intended. Why? Because if you try to look around, nothing around you that you see would be there without an agent. Lahat po ng nakikita nyo sa paligid nyo, nandyan yan because may ahenteng nagbenta niyan. Selling pays a very high return on minimal investment. Selling offers you fun. It offers you the opportunity to travel and meet people. And if you truly love helping people, it is a truly fulfilling and rewarding profession. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you learned something from it. I truly hope I have inspired you to believe in selling. So may God bless all of your dreams and aspirations. And from the management of Santa Lucia Global, this is Delphine Cagara saying thank you and happy selling.